G'day, David Simons here, sitting on board Gunner. We're doing a little trainer's update on how she's going and what she's been up to. The last 4 or 5 weeks she's been out in the paddock. We've rested her about 4 or 5 weeks, just not through any fault of her own, but just circumstances, and it's done her the world of good having that rest anyway. And we've only just brought her in, and you know, it's like she'd never left, you know, never stopped being worked. I got myself a brand new saddle, and so I've been starting riding in that. As you can see, it's got a rear girth on it, and she's never had one on before, and so we put it on her, and you know, basically couldn't care less whether it's tight, loose, or whatever it is. She's just taken it to it like a duck to water. And we've changed bits on her. We've got a miler bit on her. She's really taken to that. I really like it. The feedback I get from the bit, it's really a great bit. And I've been starting using miler bits on all my other horses because of the feeling that I can get from it. So I'm really happy, you know, what we're seeing here, how calm and relaxed she is. You know, like a lesson plan in itself is just, you know, how she's standing here, you know, now, you know, quite happily to trust her to stand here, and you know, she won't move until I tell her to. And you know, this is how often do we see that horses that won't stand still, and you know, you can't get on and off them and do all this. So sometimes just sitting here chilling out, you know, doing nothing is a good exercise and a good learning tool as anything. You know, just sitting here being patient, you know, and chilling out with the horse. I said before that she's only just come back into work. She's had 4 to 5 weeks off, so you know, we're just going to ease her back into work, what we're doing. So basically what we're going to start off with again is we're going to work a little bit more, but I want to work a bit more on her flexion, where she gives me her face a little bit better, and sort of getting her breaking loose a little bit more in front. Because the most important thing, you know, when you're riding your horses and training them, is to have them not to snatch or jerk their face away from you if you're asking for any flexion or direction changes. So what I want to sort of feel is feel that she's flexing quite nicely for me, and not sort of bracing or moving away. So like right here, she's a little bit heavy on the rein. There she's sort of loosened up, so we're going to give the rein back. Now I don't really mind if the horse is heavy on the rein or the bit. All I'm looking for is the horse to be active when it comes around. Now, as we can see, the end result that we want to look for is that if we ask her to bring her head around, say in a circle or doing whatever, that if I ask her to bring her head around, that she keeps it there. She doesn't try to snatch it back. And if I bring my hands to straight, then she becomes straight. And if I bring my hands over this way, then she starts to leave her head there. And as you can see on this side, she wants to sort of bounce off the bit a little bit. So we're just going to keep holding it here, and waiting. Now, also what I can do is I can take this a step further. I can encourage the horse to walk off herself. Now, what I'm looking for the whole horse to follow the rein. Right, so I want the body to stay behind the horse's nose. I want the horse to actually, body to chase his nose. So there she's just right there, so I'm going to release, and then we're going to pick up on this side. Now, as you can see, she's a little bit stiff. On this side and pushing her nose out. So I'm just going to hold here and wait and wait. Alright, now what I'm looking for is that she releases down and starts chasing the body like that. Now, the thing that I'm finding out and sort of playing around at the training, that is there's no point sort of kicking on her with your legs if she's sort of bracing up through the mouth and through the neck, because you're only going to teach her to brace more of your legs. So what I'm looking for is I want her to start to go into the contact a lot better, a lot nicer. So I'm going to pick up again. As you can see, I'm bringing my hand to my inside hip. I'm bringing my hand to my inside hip because I want her to start chasing the rein. I want her to start chasing the rein. Alright, this rein is out here. Alright, because I want her to hold a circle. I want her to bend, and I want her to sort of loosen up through those shoulders to where she sort of floats along. And I don't really want to be just hassling her with my legs. I want her to sort of free walk. If I go to pick up, alright, and there you see she's sort of stiffening and tensing. I'm just going to pick up the contact. I'm just going to hold and wait. Alright, so what I'm looking for is that she just sort of relaxes off it. Pick up again, just relax off it. Pick up again, relax off it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her around to the side. Just bring her face around a little bit further. I'm just going to hold her here. Now I'm going to get her to actually think about what it is that she has to do to get release. Alright, so sometimes what we do is we put them here in a situation like this and ask them to give, and then we give the reins back, and then we give them a kick with our legs, and then we pick up the reins to get them into the contact, and then they stop. So I'm actually going to reward her by giving her the reins back if she walks out of this. So I'm not going to be hassling her with my legs. I'm going to get her to think about it. So get her to think, what is it that I've got to do? So what I'm looking for is, I'd really like her to do it to walk out of it. So this is where it's sort of like a patience and waiting game. You know, maybe what I can do is I can cluck to her, see if that'll do anything. Alright, so here she goes. I don't want to be hassling with my legs. See if you can think about it. Now, when she starts walking out of it, takes the contact, I'm going to give it back. Alright? Because I don't want to teach her to be afraid of the contact, I want to teach her to accept it. Just teaching her to walk into that contact. Alright, so it's a little bit of a move on from a little bit that we did before about flexion, and that is that what I want to feel is that if I pick up the flexion, or pick up the contact, I don't want to feel the horse sort of coming back behind it, sort of sucking back or shortening up or doing anything like that. And also, what I don't want to do, and what I don't want to feel like I have to do, is kick the horse to the contact. So what I want to do is I want to just pick up the contact, right, and just make contact just ever so slightly, and see what the horse does. Alright, so I want to get her to accept, and I want to get her to go into the contact and feel like she's taking my hand, which she's starting to do now. Of course, when she does, I'm just going to give the contact back, let her put her nose out there, and I'm just going to slowly pick the contact up. Now what sometimes will happen is the horse might sort of get in the contact, so I'm not really concerned about where she puts her head, if she puts it up or whatever. I'm really just wanting her to keep a length of rein, so she puts it out there. Alright, so and later on when she starts to accept all this, if I put leg on, put leg on and squeeze, and as you can see now I'm squeezing with my leg, I'm getting more activity happening in the horse's feet, and then I'll relax my legs. Alright, now she's slowing up. If I just draw my hands back a little bit more, as you can see, she wants to slow up. Alright, so but I don't want her sort of bouncing on and off the bit, and then me having to kick harder and harder, or force her to go with my legs. So a lot of times, you know, I can sit here, and if I just pick up the contact again, we did this in the flexion, all right, that how is she going to tell me to let go of these reins? So if she can sit in the contact and push into it and walk off herself, then I'll release. So if I just cluck to her, she walks off, she takes the contact, and then I'm just going to give her my hands back. Just let her stretch out there. And then slowly pick the contact up. Have her sit in the contact. What I don't want to do is I don't want to shorten that stride. So what I don't want to do is have her where she feels like she has to back off the bit. And when she backs off the bit, what will happen, she'll shorten the stride and get really, really choppy. I want to keep a length of stride. So the most important thing is about getting them and keeping them relaxed. So I want to be able to, the end product, have the horse that if I have the contact on the reins, or if I have no contact on the reins, that she stays the same. And she doesn't feel any different. It's all about the relaxation. As you can see, she's swinging along quite nicely. If I pick up, bit of contact there, she thought I wanted to stop, so I'm just going to let her stop. Let her sort of give to that contact, give it back. And I'm going to pick up again, cluck to her, have a walk off into the contact. Alright, there I'll give it back to her. So I want to feel that, I want to get her confident that she can step to the bit and not suck that neck back and not sort of be frightened of it. And all I've got to do is just push my legs out, they hold the contact. I'll hold the contact now and think about reverse. Get her reversing. As you can see, you know, she's getting a little bit stuck, but I'm not going to pull her back, and I'm not going to force her back, you know, with her face. I want to get her to start coordinating her feet. Now, there she's sort of getting a little bit stuck, so I'm just going to wait until she comes, mellows off that bit a little bit more. Mellows off it. And I'm going to give it all back to her. Then going to get a few steps, and I'm going to release. And she wants to go off, I'm going to stop her, get a few steps, release, and let her stand. So it's all about getting the confidence in the horse to accept the bit and not sort of fight and argue with it, and then of course it just translates through all the body, and then everything stays relaxed and becomes more supple.